Wait! Run.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy GD Warrior. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in. I'm back on the road. I have my, finally my GRAFFEO exhaust here. I love it so far. To tell you guys a little background story about this exhaust. Basically, I've been looking for an exhaust for a very long time, man, and a custom one, a handmade one. And down in South Florida, the prices are extremely expensive, you know. I mean, I hit up like 3-4 shops. Everybody quoted me something between $1,200 and $1,500. Not only that, but besides the price, you will have to wait 2-3 months to get one, you know. Things are expensive, you know, especially if you want a really good one. So I left it at that. I didn't buy anything. And one day I was, you know, on Facebook, just surfing, browsing around, you know, going through my regular stuff, you know, like my fan page and YouTube stuff and all of that. And then I see, I forgot who it was, but I found a guy who posted a link of a guy who makes custom exhaust. So I clicked on it and I see these crazy ass exhausts, man. Crazy exhaust, like it's art. Just the designs of all the pipes that he made, and everything, you know, for different bikes like Harleys and Victories mainly. And I was just like hypnotized, man. I was like, man, this guy can weld. I mean, he is ridiculous. You know, I'm like, this cannot be. It's got to be a machine or something. So I kind of, you know, made some, did some more research and stuff, and I couldn't believe my eyes, man. I was like, for 2 hours, just looking at his picture. You know, I was saving each one of them on my phone because I just couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, he's the guy. He's the guy. He is the guy I'm gonna call, and I just want to talk to him. So I dial his number, and this guy picks up the phone. No, hey, you know, with his Texas accent and stuff. He's from Texas, actually. We start talking, you know, and he seems very humble, very cool guy, really honest, straight up front, no bullshit, no nothing. He asked me a few questions about my bike. I told him what is important to me. Actually, he listened, you know, very important. You know, I like when I called a few shops up, they weren't listening to me, man. Or they at least didn't give me the feeling they were listening. You know, they were just like rushy. No, you gotta wait, blah 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 blah. But he really listened to me. You know, we actually talked for like 45 minutes, and you know, hung up the phone, and I was like, all right, that's it. But crap, I forgot how much the pricing is. You know, so next day I called him up. You know, we talked a little bit more. And I was telling him about all the pipes I had before, you know, in the Warrior community, you know, in the Warrior scene, they call me the Exhaust King, because I I change my exhaust like I change my underwear every 6 months. It's just a joke. You know, I went through almost all the exhausts out there, at least the 2-in-1s, you know, because my bike is all performance oriented. So I told him what pipes I had, and then he was telling me all that stuff, you know, about pipes, like how they need to be stepped and this and that and blah, and where the torque cone has to go, and like his knowledge was top notch. Actually, he has his background in Volkswagen racing. You know, he used to race V-dubs, and you know, gained a lot of experience there. You know, like, and that's where its background is coming from Volkswagen racing. However, you know, he welds, and this guy has 2 golden hands. I'm telling you guys, golden hands. And he's very talented, one of the best exhaust builders out there in the country. And so he told me that the Powerhouse Pipe would be a good fit for me, you know. And without knowing what the Powerhouse Pipe is, I already had the Powerhouse Pipe chosen, you know, just based on the pictures. I showed it to him. I'm like, I want this pipe. And he's like, yeah, that's the Powerhouse Pipe. I'm like, great. You know, so we were just on the same level, man. We were just flowing and on the same wave. here's the issue. We didn't have a Warrior like this one to give it to him, because this is a super rare bike, as maybe some of you don't know, but this bike right here, you know, the production was only in the United States between 2002 and 2009, 2010 for Canada models. I'm in South Florida, you know, I cannot just send him my bike over there. It will cost me like a fortune, you know. So I hit up a few people, you know. There was a few people out there that would, you know, donor the bike and stuff like this. So we had the issue with the bike itself, you know. He didn't have a Warrior out there. Like, he's got all the connections with Victory and Harley Davidson dealerships, where he just goes, he picks up the bike that he needs to, that he doesn't have in his own shop, you know, and he starts welding. But with the Warrior, it's a different story. So it was a very hard obstacle to overcome, you know. Like, I thought, okay, that's it, I'm not gonna get the pipe, you know, because, you know, I don't want to send my bike out there and then fucking God knows if it's gonna get damaged, lost, stolen, or whatever down the road, you know. Not from him, but, you know, on the way via the logistics, you know. I hear a bunch of horror stories. So we were talking about pricing, and he said, listen, man, you know, this pipe is gonna cost you about $750. That's his bike, and he needed a tank, and tanks for our bikes are very hard to get. So he found a whole bike, a whole Warrior, for $1,000 with a tank on it. So he bought it, and now we had this parts bike, okay? And I told him about everything about Rickey Graffeo, like that I found this guy, I want to have an exhaust, you know. So my buddy was like, so why don't you ask him how much he would take for two, how much he would be willing to go down the price for 2 pipes. So that's what I asked Rickey Graffeo, and he was like, listen, man, if you bring me another guy, I'm gonna give you $100 discount. I'm like, man, he's so cool, you know. I'm like, all right, thanks, man, I appreciate it. But in the back of my head, I instantly thought about the guys in the Warrior group, you know, in the Facebook Warrior group, in the forum, on my YouTube channel. And I was like, listen, I know for sure I can gather up 5 people and let them have a piece of the cake, you know, because I'm not a guy who's gonna be like, oh, it's all mine, I'm the only one with the pipe. I want everybody to have a piece of the cake, you know. So I was like, just you know, saying, I just threw a number out, at him. I'm like, listen, so if I bring you 5 people, how much would you go down? And he's like, listen, man, if you bring me 5 people, I'm gonna fucking make each pipe for $500. And then you know what I said? I said to him, listen, man, just out of a joke, you know. I'm like, so if I bring you 10 people, you give me a pipe for free? And he started laughing, and I started laughing. He's like, ha 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 ha. If you bring me 10 people, I'll give you a pipe for free. Well, 48 hours later, I had 27 people for him, ready. Let that sink in. Not even 48 hours, I think it was like 36. I had 20 people for him. Later on, it turned out to be like 25 or 27 at the end. So I called up Rickey, and I said to him, listen, man, I think you owe me a free pipe. He says, yeah, why? Well, how many people you got? I'm like, I got about 20. Anyways, long story short, he said, okay, man, because you did this for me, I'll give you a free pipe. I don't want more, I don't need more, you know. But what I wanted was to put his talent on my bike, because I knew he was the man. I fucking knew it. So here's the issue. He doesn't have a Warrior. So what we did is, I talked to my buddy, and I said, listen, man, would you be willing, you know, I'll strip the whole bike for you all the way to the ground, to the bare frame and engine, and we will ship the bike to Rickey so he can build us these pipes, you know, because If Ricky wouldn't have the frame and the engine, he wouldn't build any pipes for us. So he agreed. Under one circumstance, he's gonna trade the frame and the whole engine transmission with Rickey Graffeo for a pipe. Rickey Graffeo agreed. You know, that's the agreement between us, and I'm not gonna make a secret out of it because, you know, I mean, for what? Anyways, so now we had to figure out transportation. Transportation was not that easy. Fucking expensive. The first quotes I got were like $800, $900, freaking $1,100, $700. But step by step, and with some time, I was able to find a company who would take the frame and would ship it to him for, I think it was like $430. Myself and Ricky, we split the $400 something, whatever it was. So we got this, we got them ready. So they came, picked up the frame, and shipped it there. And once the frame got to Texas, they made the decision to not deliver the frame. So you gotta imagine, now I have 20 something people in the pipeline ready to you know, buy an exhaust at $500 a piece from Rickey Graffeo, and the frame is not arriving at Ricky's, but it's in Texas already. It's just south from him, you know. And anyway, so long story short, we got that handled. The engine and frame were delivered, I think a week later, but we managed it. So here we go. Rickey Graffeo has the Warrior frame. What he did is he built a specific stand for the frame, so you know it's standing in his shop and it will be there forever. So what that means is, all of you Warrior owners out there, everybody, it doesn't matter where you are or live, you know, freaking Europe, it doesn't matter. You can get a custom handmade exhaust forever, you know, from Rickey Graffeo at a good price and good quality and good performance if you want to 2-in-1. So here we go, man. All in all, waiting time was about 2 months to get everything handled, and the pipe is on my bike. You know, I'm telling you guys, this pipe is on a complete different level than all these used Warrior pipes out there that we have accessible for us, you know. And by the way, there is no company out there who makes brand new pipes for us, you know, some mass produced like Vance & Hines, Samsons, Bob Juggers and all that crap. So everything you buy is used. Now, from now on, we are not dependent on the used Warrior market anymore. We have brand new pipes available to us forever. All these pipes are stainless steel. Every single pipe of these is hand welded. Ricky does the job by himself. There is no help, you know, from whoever. He's doing every single pipe he made on his own. Every single one is hand welded. Every single one is stepped. Every single one has his proprietary own designed Rickey Graffeo torque cones in there, which sound amazing, by the way, and I will show it to you. What else? Every single one of them is stainless steel. He's made pipes for big you know, custom shop names out there. He's made pipes for turbo applications. He's made pipes for all bikes you can possibly imagine, you know. So Ricky, I really appreciate what you did for us. You're the man for me. You're a friend now, because we've been on the phone since then every day. You're family now. I love you for that, and I would say let's take the bike for a spin, and I'm gonna show you exactly how this bike performs, how the bike looks like, how it sounds, and everything else. So I would say let's go for a ride. It's your boy G Warrior. Alright guys, let me show you the pipe. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the Powerhouse 2-in-1 exhaust, hand welded. Each of these pipes comes with a laser tag, a laser GRAFFEO Original Exhaust Systems tag. If you wonder what this is the state of Texas right there. It's not a scratch, it's not chipped off, that's the state of Texas, because my boy is a real true cowboy. As you can see, look at these welds. I mean, it's unreal. It's unreal what this guy has created for us. You know, these flanges right here, they are laser cut. And this pipe looks just amazing. I love how it turns from stainless into this goldish color. And I can wait until the whole pipe is going to turn like this. Ricky has his own proprietary baffles in it, and it makes the bike whistle, or the pipe whistle, like as if there is a turbocharger or a supercharger in there. You know, it's like a metallic ring, and it just sounds badass. So I would say, let's get my GoPro stuff ready and take this beast for a ride. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, let's go for a ride. All right. All right, guys. Here is the riding review of Rickey Graffeo's 2-in-1 Powerhouse Pipe. I have no clue where to go, because this is not my side of town. Yeah, I don't live here, but I'm in Sarasota right now. It's beautiful outside. Look at the weather, man. And let's take the beast for a ride so you guys can hear how it sounds when I'm actually on the bike. The only issue is that the sound that is recorded here, you know, with my GoPro camera and stuff, never justifies, you know, how the sound really sounds in person. But I hope you'll be able to hear that. I call it the GRAFFEO whistle. It's a specific tone that is generated by his proprietary baffle. It's actually a torque cone that is inside the collector, right behind the signature name tag. It makes the sound of the exhaust sound like a supercharged or turbocharged bike. I don't know how he did this, but that just shows how talented he is. You know, and he knows exactly what he's doing, that's for sure. I really love this about his pipe. And not only that, but I also like the craftsmanship, you know, the attention to detail. I'm just gonna go. I don't care where it's gonna take me, but I'm just gonna go. You know, you just heard the whole story, the background about this pipe. And Ricky and I actually became friends, man. You know, He's a very, very good and honest person, and we've been on the phone almost every day because he really wants to deliver each and every single one of you guys a perfect pipe. So he calls me up, he asks me, hey G, do you see any flaws in that pipe? You know, is there something I can do better? And to me, this pipe is perfect the way it is. So so we did make an improvement on the Powerhouse pipe, but it's just at the bracket that holds the collector to the frame will be improved. So what he's gonna do is he's just going to use a thicker metal, basically. Here are a few things that I instantly noticed when I hopped on the bike with the new pipe on it. I instantly noticed the performance gain, and that's obvious because I switched from a very short BMS 2x2 choppers exhaust, which was a very fun exhaust, you know. I mean, it was loud, got a good tone to it, but you know, I lost power with that one. So I immediately noticed the power gain with his pipe. The moment I revved it the first time, you know, it pushed me forward with a force that my other pipe didn't provide, you know. Also, what I noticed, the bike runs much better and smoother. I don't know if it has something to do with that torque cone that he has built in, but from my understanding is, you know, the pipe is scavenging the airflow or something like that better, something like this. You know, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I recall him explaining something like this to me, you know. Also, engine braking is much smoother. It's not as abrupt, you know, when you get off the freaking exhaust, I mean the throttle. So that is much smoother. And I called him up, man. I called him up, you know, like the second day of riding with the pipe, and I told him, listen, man, it feels like even shifting is much smoother. You know, and I told him about that, and he was like, you know what, it's funny you say that, because, you know, he told me, I had a few Harley and Victory guys calling me up, telling me the exact same thing, you know, that everything just ran smoother. Even the shifting was much smoother. I'm telling you guys, like, I guess because the pipe is stepped and it's got that torque cone in there, you know, and the materials and the way he just built it, it just works with our engine and our pipe really, I mean, with our engine and our bike really well. You know, it idles much more better, I mean stable, and the bike just runs much better, you know, like throttle response is better, instant throttle response, and all of that, man. So I am extremely happy. I hope you guys can hear that whistle, man. The whistle sounds freaking amazing. Let's see if the pipe will, I mean my microphone will pick it up. I hope it will pick it up because it sounds just dope, man. Like, it sounds very intimidating, you know? Like you're pulling up with a freaking turbocharged bike. So yeah, I'm just amazed by that pipe, man. It's unreal. And I'm happy that because of Ricky I got my dream pipe. I'm not gonna sell it anymore, you know, try out different pipes, because this is exactly the pipe that I wanted. If I ever replace my pipe, then with a second GRAFFEO pipe. Whoa, already 90 miles an hour, man. Whew. So my next step is to put this pipe on the put this bike on the dyno, obviously, and see what kind of numbers we get. You guys all know that I just installed my big bore kit on top of my cam kit, and I was basically waiting for the exhaust to come in. You know, I already broke it in. I sealed the rings of the new oversized pistons, and now it's time. Like, I broke it in like a little bit over 600 miles, and now it is time to put the bike on the dyno, which I will after the Leesburg Bike Fest. You know, if you are going to Leesburg, hit me up. You know, there's a few more Warrior people coming, so maybe we can all like meet up, all the Warrior owners, and have a beer together. Alright, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you like my little story. I know it was a little bit long, but it was important to me to tell you guys all about it. And I would say, if you want a pipe like that, hit up Rickey Graffeo on Facebook at GRAFFEO Original Exhaust Systems. He will make you your dream pipe. It doesn't matter if it's a 2x2, 2x1, or you know, any type of design. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a Harley, a Victory, a Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha. It doesn't freaking matter. You know, he can make it for you. Ricky, man, thank you so much one more time. I hope you like my video. I hope you're watching this, and I guess I see you guys in the next one. Ride safe, it's your boy, GD Warrior, and don't forget, don't fucking die.